Good morning, it's Jane. Excuse the crazy hair. Thought we'd go through totes 5, 6, and 7. I'm kind of going to go through a couple of these totes just because I don't know what I have, but it might be fun to see what I have. I will show you what I chose for one of the Afghans. Did choose these blues, that mix there, along with that dark blue there. And then the off-white. That is one of those color schemes that I had chosen. Get that out of the way. The other one I chose for the greens. I am going to use the cream. I'm going to use these two red hearts in there, as well as one of the basics of that dark green that I think it's called forest green. So I'm going to use those three in the greens, and I'm thinking about adding this in there somewhere. Maybe in the center, starting out. Not real sure, but that's kind of the second Afghan that I've decided I'm going to throw together. I do enjoy making Afghans, so that is one of the reasons I am choosing to do Afghans there. All right, let's get into this tote. Now this tote is a bit of a mix, and it's all over the place. I do have 4 of the Antoinette from, I love this, from Hobby Lobby. It's Yarn Bee, Antoinette. And I believe this color is called Denim Days. So there are 4 of those. And then I have Premier Chunky Bloom in, it's a floral print, it's Daisy. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of those. I have looks like maybe, no, that's not one. I have maybe 5 of the Premier Bloom Chunky in that cactus bloom color. And I may wind up taking all of those and throwing them all together, putting them in for a, oh, I don't know, maybe an Afghan. You know, mixing those 2 colors in. Who knows? Then I have 1 of the ice cream in pistachio color. There are 2 of, no, there are 3. Nope, these are different colors. All right, let's get these out and see what we've got here. I've got 2 of the Dazzling, Yarn Bee Dazzling. These were some, you know, clearance items in Sand Dollar. 2 in Sand Dollar. Or maybe 3. 3 in Sand Dollar. And 1 in Hint of Jasmine. And they do have a little bit of sparkle in them. I have 1 of those Dazzling in Sunburst. It's a nice, pretty color. Oops. Found more of the Bloom Cactus. And also another one of the Hint of Jasmine I have 2 soft sleek in neon stripe. I imagine I'll make hat and cowls with those. I do have, let's see what I got here. One of the Mainstays sparkle yarn in that rose color. One in the teal color. And 2 in the sweet violet. And these have that sparkle in them. I have one of these and I have no clue what it is. Just pretty purple. I would imagine it is one of the yarns that feels like it's like a 2 or a 3. One of the yarns by I Love This Yarn. I'm sure it was a clearance yarn. And then I have I think these are all brown gold rust. Yep, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the big twist in brown gold rust color. So those will go in here. And I do know that that will be used to make an afghan. I will use all of those to make an afghan at some point. Let me get them in the tote. I don't know if I got any more room in this tote or not. Might have a little bit of room to put more things in it. And I do. So let me get this tote out of the way and we'll get the next tote opened and start on it, pulling out some things and adding them in to this tote. I have totes of different sizes and I'm not really looking to keep them, you know, nice, neat, that kind of thing, because I'm kind of beyond the neat thing right now. Oh boy, this has a little bit of a mix. I have a jumbo, Karen Jumbo. Looks like I used part of it in sea foam. That will go into this tote. And then I have a partial ball of Red Heart Liquid Teal. And that is going to go into this tote as well. Yeah, I think I can get a little bit more in this. So I think I'm going to put this last one in here. And this is a Karen 1 pound. And it looks like I did use part of it. And this is in the color Azure. So that's going to go into this tote. And then this tote will be complete. So let me get the lid on it. And then I'll move this other tote over here so we can add things into it as we go. All right, I have 1 skein of Craft Smart in the color Reef. And I think I'm going to throw that in there with those blues. I do have 2 skeins, and they're different sizes, of the Camouflage. One is a larger one and one is one of the smaller ones. So those will go into this tote. I do have 2 of the Stitch Studio Classic in white. Those will go into this tote. I do have 1 Bernat in black and 1 of the Red Heart in black. Those will go in there. I have a Red Heart Coffee. That is going into that one. I have a Jumbo Red Heart Super Saver. Let me see if I can get the little thing back on it. And it is in Cafe Latte. That is going into that tote. I have two in the Stitch Studio Classic Soft Green. Then I have a partial ball of a jumbo that is in the, what is this, buff colorway. It's going into that tote. I have a partial of a Super Saver in Cafe Latte, and that is going in the tote as well. There. I do have a Red Heart in gold and a partial ball of the gold. Those are going into the tote as well. And I have a couple cakes, and I don't know what this is. Probably a Red Heart. And this is another Red Heart, but they're partial cakes. Those are going into the tote, since they can be all used with those browns. Then I have, and if I remember correctly, this is Painted Desert by Red Heart, and it is a partial. It's not a full skein, it's a partial skein, so that is going to go in there as well. And this feels like it might be the Red Heart Monet, so that is going in there. And this is a Loops and Threads Joy DK in the color Wild Berry. And that is going in this tote. And then there's another DK that is in the color Pina Colada. And that is going in that tote as well. Now I would imagine I'll probably use those as one-offs. Who knows? All right, let me pause you for a moment and get the rest of this, the next tote up, so that we can get into it. Well, this next tote is a nice little varied. I see some knit crate, as well as some just other plain yarns. This apparently is some of my bulky weights. And this was one of those Fashion Plus that you used to be able to get at Joann's. I have Lion Brand Vanna's Choice. And this is a bulky 5 in the color Pine. I have 2, 3, 4, 9 of these. So let me get those in there. Like I said, 9 of those in that little section there. And it looks like I have six of the Lion Brand Hometown in the color, see if I've got one that doesn't have it covered up, in Sioux City Tweed. So I have 6 of those. And these I got from Ollie's, when Ollie's had their, was carrying a lot of their yarns for clearance. So So that's a nice little lot there. I have 2. And this one is one that I got at one of the craft shows that I'd gone to. It is a Better Not Yarns by Mad About Yous, and it is called Not Your Worst Enemy. It is 100% superwash merino, and it is in the color Barnwood. And that is that color. And I do know that I had purchased that. Thomas liked it, and he wanted, I believe, a hat and a scarf, and then he got sick, and we just never got to making it, so there's that. And then I have, boy, some knit crate. And this is, I have 1, 2, I have 4 hanks of this, and it is the worsted weight knitology in the color Empire. It is a superwash merino wool, and I have 4 of those. I believe they're all the same color. Let me look. Nope, they're not. I have 2 in that colorway of Empire. And then I have 2 of the color Royal Court. A little bit of difference. It's got some purples in it. So those are all going back into this tote. Get the plastic bag closed. And that is going in there. Then I have a couple of the books that I had printed out, a couple patterns that I had chosen to do with those, and that's going to go in there. Now then, I have 2 skeins of Audine Wool's Twinkle DK in the color Knit Yorker. This is 80% merino wool, 10% cashmere, and 10% stellina. There is a little bit of a sparkle to it. That is going in there. I do have 2 of the Southern skeins. This is their sock club, and it is their December 2020. It's called 100 grams of Mary and 92 yards of the Bright. The Bright is the blue. On 85% superwash merino and nylon, and this is on their Southern sock base. So those are going in there. I also have 2 more of the Southern Skein Sock Club in their hand-dyed collection. And this was November's 2020's box, which was 100 grams of Madre's plaid and 20 grams of Glow, which is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon on their Southern sock base. And those are the colors. This is the Glow, the yellow. So those are there. They're going in. And then I have 2 of the Southern skeins. They're December 2020. And this is their Southern 50-50, which is 50% silk, 50% superwash merino. And I don't think there was a color. But that is those are the hanks that was that December lot. So that's going in there. And then I have two poor little things all by themselves. One is the Euro Unicorn Sock, called Colorway Wish List. 75% superwash merino, 15% Donegal Neps, 10% nylon, and that is that color. That is going in there. I have more room for the stuff in here. And then we have another one that is the Euro Yarn Twinkle Toes, and it is in the color Lumen, and it is 55% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 15% kid mohair, 10% stellina, and that is that color there, Lumen. Now, I have more room in this box for some more of those yarns, but in one of those totes that I'd shown you, all of those high dollar ones, it's kind of filled to the brim, so it's not really closing well. So I'm going to move some of those yarns into this tote, so that both of those totes will close up easily, and I don't have to worry about, bugs and things getting into them, because there won't be any air be able to get into it. So that is it for this little round of these totes. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again next week with another round. All right, everybody, have a great week. Remember to be kind to one another and enjoy life a little bit. Let's be a little nicer to one another. See you guys soon. Bye.